Thank you for watching the Sager 8150 notebook review, brought to you by PC Junkies and petabyte.com. I just want to go ahead and apologize in advance for the poor video quality. It's not going to be the best, but it'll work. Now, a lot of people have already done reviews on this notebook. I do feel that I have an obligation to do another one because I have a brand new piece of hardware inside of it. It is the Gtx580, which is a brand new video card that was released last week into notebooks, if I'm not mistaken. Now, what you're looking at right now is a 7.5 Windows rating, which is because I have that Gtx580M, and I also have a solid-state drive installed in here. Now, it's got 16 gigs of RAM, the Intel i7 2630, which is actually going to get that 1600 megahertz of frontside bus, despite popular belief, because Sager actually does their burn-in test and reading, making sure that their notebooks that have the 2630 also are going to get you the 1600 megahertz of frontside bus, despite popular belief that the 2720 is the only one that will get you that. So that's a nice feature. Over here on the right, if you take a look, there is a little spec sheet on the Gtx580 that's installed. It does have the Q to the physics and all that stuff installed in it. It clocks at 620 megahertz, processor clock of 6 to 1240 megahertz, and memory clock is 1500 megahertz with it says 2 gigs of RAM. So it's a DDR5, 2 gigs of RAM. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and explain a couple of side features on here, just to go ahead and get it out of the way in case this is the first time you've ever taken a look at this notebook. What you have on the far left here is an Ethernet port, followed by 2 USB 3.0 ports and another USB 2.0. And then you have your FireWire Mini 1394 port, and then you have a memory card reader right after that. So those are the ports on the left-hand side of the notebook, and obviously this notebook, being that it is the 8150, is going to have the THX brand because it has been tested and has a really nice sound quality, and it does have an HDMI out on the back, as well as the DVI port. So those are definitely two nice features. And then it does also have a finger scanner reader right in the middle of the two mouse buttons. And if you can notice, it's kind of like a matte looking finish. It's like a rubber paint they sprayed on there. I thought it was going to be pretty terrible, but I actually ended up liking it a lot. It doesn't scratch up as easily as the shiny glossy laptops do. It's not a Mac or anything like that, so it's not like metallic, but it's got a little rubbery finish, and honestly I like it a lot. It makes it feel a lot more sturdy. And then you have the WASD arrows, no backlit keyboard. They opted out of that on this one. A couple of the optional features, you do have the option of having a TV tuner installed right here on the left-hand side, and that will be like your HD TV tuner. And then on the front of the notebook, you will see that you have the infrared right here to the right. So just so you know, you have that option cable if you want to have that to where you can watch TV on the notebook with a remote and all that stuff. Then on the right hand side you do have the 10 key, which is nice. I like that. It was a big selling feature for me. I don't like that the enter key isn't right here. It's kind of like, you usually expect like a 0 to cover up all this, but it's the right arrow key, so it takes a little getting used to, but it's something you can definitely get by with. Now this laptop does have the option of getting Bluetooth. I opted out on this one, and then it does have the wireless end card, which gets incredible speeds. I mean, it's pretty much almost the equivalent of having it directly plugged in, so I like it a lot. Now, that's of course with my Time Warner connection. Doesn't have anything to do with the actual real speed that you would get out of having it plugged in hardline. Now, this is a Blu-ray burner. You do have the option of getting a combo DVD burner or Blu-ray burner installed, but I just opted for the full-on Blu-ray burner. And then to the left or the right of that, you have your headphone jack, and then you have your microphone port, followed by your fiber optic out or your SPDIF, and then you have your line in. And then another USB port, which I have a mouse plugged into right now, but after that, then you have the the key lock, so in case you want to lock this bad boy down so no one steals it, you have that option. Okay, so moving on to the back of the notebook. To the very far left, you have your eSATA and USB 2.0 combo, which is it's kind of nice. And then following that, you have the HDMI out, and then you have your DVI. So those are the three main things that are on the back. Next thing after that is going to be obviously your power cord. I didn't think that I would like the fact that the notebook kind of closes behind that, but it turns out it's not a big deal. It doesn't even close as far as to interact with the things that are plugged in, so you'd probably break your monitor screen before you actually broke any of the ports. But I know how annoying that can be. Now the audio quality is really good. It does have an actual sub built into the back of the notebook, and easy accessibility to swap out that hard drive. Like I said, I did the solid-state drive, SATA 3 solid-state drive. It was a Corsair drive. It wasn't too expensive, and honestly, the performance is insane that you get out of that. I mean, load times, reboot times, and then boot up times are much faster than the 7200 RPM hard drive that they give you. One thing that's worth noting is that the video card is not going to really run at optimal performance unless you have it plugged in. So if you have a notebook completely mobile, it's not going to allow you to play the top-notch games without any lag. It's going to lag for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up some games real quick. Right after I pull up the benchmarks and give you a little quick rundown on what I found out. What you have here is a top-notch list of all the GTX video cards. These are the SLI mobile cards, but we're actually right here. It is one of the top video cards you can get right now, despite the 590 GTX, which is brand new. So then here's where the 485 marks. You can see all the scores there. And then over here you have just a quick little overview, again, of the video cards and their rankings and their scores and what they get. And I don't think really any of these are mobile, but it just gives you an idea of what you're looking at. So on to the fun stuff. I'll go ahead and pull up a quick game. If I can get Battlefield 2 to load in time, we will do that. Go ahead and turn up the audio quality so you can kind of hear it. Obviously, it's going to completely matter on how your audio quality is on your notebook. So, I'm going to go ahead and hit play now. Let's see if we can get logged in. See if I can just hop into a quick game and check it out. Now these settings are already pretty much maxed out, especially on Battlefield. It's not very video intensive compared to what this video card can handle, so I wouldn't really say it's even worth the test, but I just want to give you guys an idea of the smoothness of the game. So we're just going to do this real quick, and then I'm going to hop over to Crysis 2 and give you a quick little rundown of that. So, actually it appears to be somewhat laggy, but I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here. Alright, whatever. So, the team lost, and that's fine because I figured that was probably going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and close out. The reason why that was a little laggy is because Crysis 2 is already running, and so I'm going to go ahead and hop into Crysis 2 and just show you real quick that the graphics are pretty much maxed out. 1920 Ultra, DirectX 11 enabled, and then if you took a look at the advanced graphics, it does have the high resolution textures already installed. The game runs really smooth. I mean, honestly, in a notebook you're not going to really get much better, but yeah, this is it. I mean, the game's pretty much awesome, and this is Crysis 2. So I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'm going to work on my skills.